Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Old RPG Gaming and another episode of WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 GM mode. Right, we didn't do any shows last episode guys, we just got through the draft, picked our roster, and now we're going to do our first episode of Smackdown. Remember, it's a little bit different how it plays in this one guys, because we have to do stuff on the calendar days that we are not putting on a show. But today we do have a show and it's our very first one. So a bit like the previous games, you have the option for sorry guys, you have the option for improving a new superstar popularity, like hyping up their popularity. So we are going to go for CM Punk and we are going to go for Kane. Right, let's get straight into it then guys. Why not put the championship on the line in the very first episode? The matches are laid out a lot differently to 2006, and there's actually a lot less matches you can use on a standard SmackDown or Raw card. The other matches are on here, but you can only use them in the main events, a lot like 2007 was. So I think the highest we can go for at the moment guys would be to go for something like the steel cage match or the parking lot rule. So let's have our main event as a steel cage match. We'll put Batista in there with our WWE champion Randy Orton. So those two are going to scrap it out for the World Heavyweight Championship. Match 4, the United States Championship. Let's not have a one-on-one, let's have hardcore single manager with manager, there we go. And we're going to have Kane taking on CM Punk. Who should we put with CM Punk? Let's go for, you know what, let's put Kane. Let's put the Undertaker there, just to keep the match ratings a little bit higher, as he is like 82 rated. Hardy Boys through this Let's Play, probably going to see a lot of Crime Time as well with JTG and Shad. Promo 1 is set for CM Punk. Match 2 then, we can probably do a triple threat match. Who have we got? We got Kenny, Chavo, and Gregory Helms in there like that. Actually, do you know what? We could probably move that to the first match. And then here we just put on a single Rey Mysterio. Yes, that would be lovely. Do we have anybody else? William Regal. There we go. We'll put those there. Rey's popularity should help that match rating a lot. That's our first SmackDown guys. So we've got a steel cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship. We've got Kane taking on CM Punk with The Undertaker. Hardcore match for the United States Championship. Hardys versus Crime Time table match. William Regal versus Rey Mysterio. And then we kick off SmackDown with Chavo, Gregory Helms, and Kenny in a triple threat match. So that is what we're going to do there guys. Let's hit simulate and see what happens for our first episode of SmackDown. Chavo Guerrero wins a triple threat. William Regal defeats Rey Mysterio. Crime Time beat the Hardy Boys in a tables match. That's actually quite interesting, because we all know how familiar the Hardys are with tables, ladders and chairs. CM Punk retains his title. He gets the win over Kane with the help of The Undertaker. And Batista is the new World Heavyweight Champion. He escaped the cage, I imagine, outdoing Randy Orton, and the title changes hands on the first week of SmackDown. Let's take a look at the fan support. It's all level at the moment. You've got to wait for all 3 shows, guys. Let's take a look at the roster. So we did pick up a tiny bit of fatigue in that cage match, but it's manageable. Everybody's got contracts, nobody's injured, everybody is happy. I know it's early days, but you know, enjoy it while it lasts kind of thing. I'm enjoying the fact that everything is still good. So that was the first week of SmackDown. Now let's work on improving some of our lower talents, if you like. So let's skip the weekend. That was the first week over. I'm sure now you can go back and check out the fan support. There you go. So there's been a little bit of shift, and the first shift has gone our way. It's actually gone to SmackDown, guys. We've taken what would look like 20k away from Raw and maybe 100k from ECW or something like that. You know, it doesn't say exactly, but we are up. That is all that matters. Let's focus on the week then. For Raw today, we're going to do events and activities, trophy dates, and it's going to be again for our lower down superstars. So people like Chavo Guerrero, Gregory Helms, we can boost them right up, and that's what we're going to do. So let's focus on Kenny, +5 for him, a little bit of fatigue. We can do the same again, trophy date, and we'll go for William Regal. He won last week on the first week of Smackdown, so his popularity is gained all round really. Events and activities again, trophy date, and we can go for this time Gregory Helms. They've all given a +5, that's really good. Let's take a look where that leaves the popularities of these guys. Gregory Helms is the lowest, but everybody is now above 60, so that is a great start, if you like. At the top we've got Ray. He lost last week, but we used him as kind of like to drag up the rating of the early matches. Batista obviously has gone up sky high because he's just won the title. Undertaker picked up a win. CM Punk retained his title. Randy Orton, despite losing his title, his popularity has gone up. JTG and Shad also go up. Kane obviously gets the boost from the new superstar. So everything is going pretty well. I mean, the only 3 that have the down arrows are Helms, the Hardy Boys, Kenny Dykstra because he lost the triple threat, and Ray. So it is 5, but you know, there's a lot more ups than downs, so that's a good thing, guys. Current champions, Ray is the Cruiserweight champion, so I think what we need to do is pick somebody who is a light heavyweight, or a Cruiserweight for that matter. Someone like, I mean, Jeff Hardy can compete for it, but I like Jeff Hardy being with Matt. You know, why not use the Hardys for the tag? That makes more sense. The only thing I've noticed playing this one before is if you put Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy against Crime Time, and it is just when it's these tags, look at the overalls of JTG and Shad, 84 and 83. Then when you go down to the Hardys, it's 92 and 90. Now, despite Crime Time winning their first match on Smackdown and the Hardys losing, it very rarely goes that way. I'd say 4 out of 5 times the Hardys will beat them. So it's kind of, you have to give them a little bit of extra, if you like, you know, put them with a manager or something along those lines. Right, let's take a look at our rivalries, guys. We need rivalries, of course. We're going to go for David versus Goliath. 15 weeks, Great American Bash, that's fine. Now, Randy Orton is our dirty superstar. Who is our clean superstar going to be? We can use The Undertaker, we can use Batista. I wonder if that will work. No. We can change Randy Orton for CM Punk, and then we have to choose a different dirty superstar. Okay, this was the problem we had at the end of the last episode, if I remember. I'll tell you what, we'll put William Regal as the dirty superstar. Does that work? Yes. Those two can have a rivalry, and the United States title will go back and forth between them. In that case then, guys, we need to get the popularity of William Regal up. So we're going to run him for another trophy date. A win plus 2 trophy dates. You can see what I mean here. You can see what I mean now, guys. Like, last week William Regal was low 50s. Before the next Smackdown, he is now rated 67 in popularity. So it's a hell of a lot easier to increase the popularity as a superstar. Gives you a little bit more freedom, but you got to remember the other GMs are doing this as well. So it kind of works both ways. It makes it harder to keep up with the ratings when the other shows are using people like fucking, I don't know, Eugene or the Boogeyman, and they've got like 100 popularity. Shit like that does happen. I've seen it happen. So we're just going to be careful. Title match hype, we're going to hype up the United States Championship, and we're going to put it on the line in our main event. And of course that is going to be, what should we go for? Let's have a first blood match, and we will do CM Punk and his rivalry with William Regal. So those two are going to go there. I'm going to go singles for the two that had the cage match last week. Jeff Hardy, you can go against the WWE Champion Batista, or World Heavyweight Champion I should say. I'm going to go 2-on-2 tag team. We put Randy Orton with Shad, and you guys can go against Rey Mysterio, and let's put you with Matt Hardy. So that kind of, 70s with a 60 and an 80 shouldn't be too bad. What else do we have on here? Dirty Clean Turn, that is necessary at the moment. We want to change. We need a heavyweight to be dirty, so if we choose, I reckon Kane. Let's get Kane on the dirty side. Match 2 then, we've still got The Undertaker. He can go against Chavo Guerrero. And then match 1, we'll do another triple threat. Kenny, JTG, and Rey Mysterio. I think, no, Mysterio's been used. Randy Orton, have you been used? Orton's been used as well. Who have we not used yet? I thought we had a high rated that we haven't used. Have we used Kane? No, there we go. So Kenny, JTG, and Kane in the triple threat. Single match for Chavo versus The Undertaker. Kane is going to turn dirty in this show. It means we can set him up in a rivalry with whoever we want. Randy Orton and Shad take on Mysterio and Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy gets a shot at the WWE Championship, non-title match, but he gets a chance to prove himself. We're going to hype up the United States Championship match, and then that is going to take place as a first blood match in our first rivalry that we've started, guys, and that is CM Punk and William Regal. Let's lock that into place, hit the simulation button, see what went down. JTG, 2 wins in a row for him. Chavo beats The Undertaker. Really? Really, game? What the fuck is that? Okay, Mysterio and Matt Hardy. So Matt Hardy lost last week, so did Mysterio. Nice to see those 2 win. We've got to keep an eye on Randy Orton. That's his 2nd loss in a row. We don't want him to drop too much. Jeff Hardy beats Batista. That is fantastic. Means Jeff is he's taking his chances with both hands, guys, and he's looking to step up. Who won the United States Championship? Let's take a look. CM Punk retains his title, and hopefully that is the start of a very nasty rivalry between those 2. Let's skip forwards from the weekend then, guys, and take a step back just to check the fan support. Raw has now taken, wow, we've gone from top to bottom, just like that, guys. This is what I mean. It can switch, and it has. We are now 70k down. Raw is 70k up. ECW have somewhere pulled 20,000 fans. So I've never noticed that before. 20,000 fans more than what there was in the initial start of the shows. Like, everybody was on 3 million. Now there's 9 million and 20,000 fans. So, some fans are, well, maybe WWE's getting bigger and better. Who knows, guys? I've never noticed that before, but let's take a look on the roster, make sure everybody is still happy. Popularities. CM Punk has gone up. Rey's gone back up to 86. Batista and Undertaker go down for their loss. JTG goes up to 76. We got Orton, Shad, Kane, all these guys in the 70s. Jeff and Matt back up to 68. William Regal drops down, not to worry, we'll be working on him. Chavo goes up, Kenny goes down, Gregory stays unused at 60. William Regal is unsatisfied, right. Now this was another thing that you need to know about. If you use trophy date a lot, or something similar that raises the popularity real quick, I guarantee you when I click this, William Regal's going to be whinging about his contract. Now, let's take a look. I'm becoming a big part of this show, and I'm not being rewarded properly. We really need to discuss contract renegotiation. So that's what I mean, guys. Basically, it's because he was signed on a contract, and when that contract was signed, it was paid because he was at like a 50 popularity. So that's the rate of pay, if you like. Pretty much no difference to me or you asking for a pay rise once we've done a job for a couple of years and we know the job. No difference, but his happened overnight because that's what you can do in this game. Right, everybody's happy. Oh, let's just make sure our rivalry did kick off and continue. Yes, it did. Fantastic. Right, we can now start another rivalry, guys. And we are going to go ahead and do that. Let's go for... What do we have on here? Returning lead, Battle of the Titans. There we go. Again, 14 weeks. Remember, 13 weeks is the perfect kind of time you want for a rivalry. So, the WWE Champion Batista and Kane. Kane is going to be the #1 contender. He's not at the moment. We're going to make him the #1 contender. Let's start that rivalry. So, we've got CM Punk and William Regal. And we've got Batista, the Animal, and Kane. Fantastic. Right. Let's head over and see what we're doing for the week. We need to get somebody who can challenge at Rey Mysterio's popularity level for the Cruiserweight title. So while Gregory Helms didn't get used, that means he didn't get any fatigue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double hit on Gregory Helms. So we're going to give him 5 there, we'll take him to 65. Do the same on ECW's 9, the trophy date for Gregory Helms. That will take him up to 70. Now the same kind of thing is going to happen it probably already has. If we check in here, no, he's still happy at the moment. We do need to keep an eye on it though. He is probably going to do the same thing that William Regal done, and that is whinge about having a no contract. Let's do it one more time. We're not going to use him this week because he'll be recovering the fatigue that he's gaining from all these trophy dates. Big success, +8, but a little bit more to fatigue. That's fine. Actually, I didn't think that was any more to fatigue. Maybe not. If we go one more time then for Gregory Helms, we're not going to use him this week, and then we don't actually have to worry about him anymore now. He's just gained, what, 22 points, I think, 23, onto his 60, so he should be right up there with Mysterio. Gregory Helms is a 83 popularity superstar, and where are you, Rey Mysterio? 86, fantastic. We can start a rivalry if one is clean and one's dirty. That perfect one for that would be Cruiserweights Collide if we have it. No, let's go purchase it. We want to go storyline writers. There it is, on the bottom there. Cruiserweights Collide. It's not a great one, but it is perfect for what we're doing, and it's for the Cruiserweight title, so why not? Let's head into our rivalries. Find our new one that we just bought, Cruiserweights Collide, 14 weeks. Are they both clean? Yes, fantastic. Gregory Helms is a dirty superstar. Rey Mysterio, who's the champion, is a clean. That is 3 rivalries now, guys, set up, and hopefully going to improve our ratings. We've also got some other big superstars not locked into rivalries that we can use in other ways, i.e. The Undertaker, Randy Orton. So we do cool stuff with them as well. Right, our first promo then is going to be inactive superstar. Now that means they get their rest for not being used, but their popularity is not going to drop. So if we do that for Gregory Helms, then that pretty much finishes him off. He's not going to lose any popularity. He'll recover some fatigue. He is ready to go in the next one. Promo 2, we need to do a rivalry in place of match for the Mysterio Helms rivalry. Of course, now we can focus on bigger things, guys. So if we put the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, select Batista, obviously the champion. If we was to select Kane, I want to see if it will let us do it. No. Right, what that means is basically Kane is not in contention for this title. He's probably in contention for the US title, but at the moment, because there's people above him, high popularity, more wins, whatever it is, he cannot challenge for that title. So what we're going to have to do is make this World Heavyweight Championship match, but we're going to have to do it in a different way. So if we have a normal match, no manager with manager, and we put the Undertaker with Kane, if we put Kane with the Undertaker like that, Kane is still in the match, so the rivalry continues. Batista gets the title defense against the Undertaker. You get the point, guys. We'll do that then. Oh, apparently the Undertaker is not booked in for that either. Who is the challenger now? I bet it's Rey Mysterio. Yeah, it is. Okay, well that sucks ass. Scrap that idea entirely, guys, because The Undertaker, even though he's 80 something popularity, he isn't either in contention for it. So let's just make it a, what can we do in triple threat? TLC, we'll do Batista, Rey Mysterio, and Kane. Remember, Rey is okay, he can do what he wants, his rivalry's covered. 86 popularity, let's chuck him in there like that. So Batista, Kane, and Rey Mysterio, triple threat as our main event TLC. Match 4, non-title, let's get a one-on-one. Let's have a submission match. Undertaker, you can take on Randy Orton. There we go. That's lovely. Match 3 then, guys. We're not going to do title because he's defended it twice already. Let's have a 2-on-2 tag team. CM Punk with Matt Hardy versus William Regal with Jeff Hardy. So we're using the Hardys. One of them will gain popularity, one of them will lose popularity, doesn't really matter. But William Regal and CM Punk will continue their rivalry. Match 2, let's take a look at what else we got. So, who have we not used yet? We got JTG, we got Shad. That is pretty much it. So let's have Shad versus Chavo, and then we can do JTG taking on Kenny Dykstra. There we go. So that is Smackdown set up again. Hopefully everything goes to plan. Let's see what happens, guys. Simulate all. JTG beats Kenny. Chavo beats Shad. Chavo's been on a little bit of a roll. Jeff Hardy and William Regal get the win over CM Punk and Matt Hardy. That's good for the Punk-Regal rivalry because CM Punk won the last 2. Undertaker versus Randy Orton. Undertaker wins, that's good, but Randy Orton has lost again. Kane is defeated by Rey Mysterio. Well, good for Rey, maybe not so good for Batista and Kane. The phone is ringing. Gregory Helms is dying for contract renegotiations. Guys, I knew it was going to happen, but you've got to be careful because if you raise them too high, he becomes upset, and sometimes they just fucking leave straight away. We're at 5 weeks onto him. He's got 20 weeks on his contract. He's an 83 popularity superstar. He's got no fatigue. I don't think, well, minimal fatigue. He is fucking ready to go. That is fantastic. That's set up brilliantly. Gregory Helms is going to be used next week. Kane keeps losing. We're going to change that. Same for Kenny and Randy Orton. So at the moment, everything is under control. Thank God we got no injuries yet. Popularities are going okay. There's nobody like over the margin on fatigue. Nobody's even reached halfway yet. So we're going to try and keep that like that. You can see the rivalries are all still intact. I will do one more Smackdown, guys, and I think that will be about enough for this episode. So we haven't changed any further on the fans. We got to skip past the weekend to see it, of course. Oh, ECW have a pay-per-view. That's okay, that's an extra day for us. Let's go for a trophy date for William Regal. Keep raising his popularity to be on terms with CM Punk. So it's going to come up with a new screen like we used to have. You got the results here for ECW 3.5. So they done okay. 275,000 is pretty small if you look at what I've taken on pay-per-views in my other GM modes, but you know, it all matters about what happens on this one, guys. This is the one we're playing now, and if come Judgment Day we haven't got something big, something lined up that's going to steal the show, we will pay for it. I'll tell you what, rather than do another Smackdown, guys, I will leave it where it is, and I will just very quickly show you. If you see up in the top right, it says GM mode, GM of the Year award. There is somewhere program support. Here we go. So the GM of the Year award works a little differently in 2008, and this is to get the award. You basically get that bar up in the top right to 100%, and these are all different things here that you can do to increase that. So defeat the other show's champion. When we done that, I do not know. Oh, in the Power 25, okay. Little things like Survivor Series win, having 10 million cash, achieve a 3 thumbs up rating for any rivalry. We're probably going to do that. Same with the 13-week rivalry, like I was saying to you guys. 15 match win streak. Anybody who watched the 2006 GM mode saw Booker T end on a 17 win streak. So it is possible, guys. It is possible. No injuries for a month. We're hoping to rack that up as many times as possible, because who likes injuries? I certainly do fucking not. 1 million fans awarded for every 1 million new fans received. We might be able to do that. I don't know. It's usually always quite tight on this one. Have your own brand superstar win the Royal Rumble. All down to chance as we don't play it. 5-star WrestleMania match. You know that we'll do that. Same with the WrestleMania win. What other ones do we skip up here? These top 5 and top 10, top 15. Sorry guys. These top 5, top 10 and top 15 are all to do with the Power 25. I'll very, very quickly show you that in a second. And then basically it's just putting on good shows. So 5-star match rating for a pay-per-view, 5-star match rating in any regular event, 5-star pay-per-view show, 5-star rating pay-per-view show. There we go, that came out wrong the first time. We're going to do that as well, #1 superstar. We'll just get a popularity 100 superstar. And then that's that one done. So that's how you get the GM of the Year award. Sorry guys, I'm rambling on a little bit now. Let's show you what the Power 25 is in case you don't know. It's a list of everybody in the WWE Universe, ranked in popularity, and basically this is what decides who can compete for what title. So John Cena has the highest popularity in the WWE at the moment, closely followed by Rey Mysterio. Triple H and HBK go in as a tag team because they're a stable, that's how the game is set up. Let's take a look at Smackdown. Gregory Helms is actually the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Champion. World Heavyweight Champion is Batista. Kane and Undertaker, Randy Orton, you can see on the right hand side, these guys all qualify for the United States, but I'm really surprised Gregory Helms is the #1 contender. Probably because he's gone up so much, but who knows guys. Last week he was number 11, he was right down here. Anyways, that is the end of the episode guys. I'm going to hit save while I remember to do it. Yeah, that's it. So hit like if you have enjoyed this video. Hit like if you want to see more of this Let's Play. Hit like if you love GM mode. Hit like because I said hit like 4 different times in a row. And that's it guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. That is fucking another awesome thing to see. Is that we are so close. I read it as 299. So close to 300 subs. Can we do it before the weekend ends? I hope so. That's everything guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Also guys, if you want to get your own channel art or logo personally done for you, get in touch with the graphics designer that done my channel art. The Skype address is on the screen.